I'm Rachel Malcolm. I'm a maternal child health worker, and today we're going to be making chicken pot pie. So for ingredients, I have 1.5 pounds of chicken. This is boneless, skinless chicken. I use chicken thighs, but you can use chicken breasts as well. I have 3 cups of carrots, 3 cups of potatoes, 1 onion chopped, 1 cup of frozen peas, 2 cups of broth. I have 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and 1 cup of milk in a jar for shaking, and 1/4 cup of flour. So the first step is going to be to cook the chicken. I'm going to fry it in a frying pan here. I already have it heated. I have some oil in, so I'm going to put that in. We're going to just cook it so it's no longer pink. Another option can be using some cooked chicken or turkey that you have on hand, and you could use about 2 to 3 cups of that. So I'm just frying up the chicken. This is the first step here. I just put a little bit of oil in a hot pan, and I'm going to cook it until it's no longer pink. Another option is to use 2 to 3 cups of already cooked chicken or turkey. This is a great way to use up leftovers. Alright, so this chicken is cooked now. I'm going to put it in a bowl to set it aside. And this pan's big enough to cook the rest in. I'm going to put my broth in. And the onions, carrots, and potatoes. I'm going to cook these for 10 minutes. Now let's let that boil and cook. So now I'm going to be making the kind of sauce part to thicken it up. I have 1 cup of milk in the jar. I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of the flour and the pepper and the salt. And this is just going to be shaken up. And the reason I put it in a jar is so that to get rid of the clumps of flour. So I just shake this for maybe 20 seconds, and that'll get rid of the clumps. So I'm going to pour the milk mixture into the pan with the flour and with the potatoes and carrots. We're just going to cook this for 1 minute. I just want it to come to a boil to make sure that the flour gets cooked in there. So the flour is cooked into here, and it's a sauce now. It's thickened up. So I'm going to put in the peas and the chicken. Just stir that together. And I'm going to put it into a greased pan. The next thing I'm going to be making is a Parmesan Twist Topping for the chicken pot pie. So the ingredients for that is 2 cups of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 cup of milk or cream, there's 1/4 cup of oil, 1/4 cup of softened butter, and 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. So I'm going to start by putting in the flour, baking powder, and salt. You can just combine these. And I'm going to put the oil in now. And I just stir it till it's kind of crumbly. Break up the clumps a little bit. I'm going to put in the milk This is gonna make a dough. Just stir it until the milk's all mixed in. So I'm just going to knead this out a little bit here. I just put it on a floured board, the dough. And I'm gonna flour the rolling pin a little bit so it doesn't stick. And just roll this out. It doesn't need to look pretty. This isn't, pastry or anything. A squeaky rolling pin. So I'm trying to make it into a rectangle with difficulty. Maybe my hands will work better. So kind of rectangle-ish. And I'm gonna spread out the butter on here. So this was softened so it goes on easy. And on top of the butter, I'm going to sprinkle on some Parmesan cheese. Just cut the dough into strips. This is a bit of a tricky part. Again, it really doesn't need to look pretty. It will taste good. It has all the right stuff in it. I just take a strip like that and twist it. So it just looks like that, twisted. And then I just put it around the chicken pot pie here. So this is what the chicken pot pie looks like before it goes in the oven. And I put the strips across diagonally as well. I'm just gonna sprinkle on some more Parmesan cheese over the top. And I'm gonna bake it in the oven, I think about 375 Fahrenheit and probably about 30 minutes. I just want it to be kind of golden brown and hot and bubbly. There we go. So the chicken pot pie is ready to eat. I'm just gonna dish some out here. It's gonna make a mess, I think. It is. I'm sure you can do a better job at this. Hopefully it tastes great though. There it is. Thank you for joining us and have a great weekend.